Right now, we want to turn our attention to that scathing report from the Center for Immigration Studies that skewers the Department of Homeland Security and its Office of Immigration and Customs Enforcement, better known as ICE.
That's right. We took a look at this report yesterday. Here's another recap of that. It's from an internal document from the Department of Homeland Security. It shows that so-called criminal aliens, people living in the U.S. illegally, who have been convicted of crimes, are being released at a record pace. The document shows that last year, the agency found 722,000 potentially deportable illegal aliens. And how many of them did the agency charge with immigration violations? Just 195,000. That's only 25%. Again, 25% of those discovered to be here illegally were processed for deportation. And what's worse, 68,000 of those were already released, had criminal convictions.
Joining us now via telephone from Phoenix, Maricopa County Sheriff Joe Arpaio. He is known as America's toughest sheriff. Sheriff Joe, thank you for spending some time with us today on America's Forum.
Great to talk to you again, JZ.
Really appreciate you being with us. Joe, maybe you can explain this to me. Of course, for years, you've been enforcing immigration law in and around Phoenix, yet last year, the Phoenix ICE office released a majority of illegals that were encountered in the Phoenix area, 56% according to the CIS study. Joe, is the federal government undercutting your efforts to enforce immigration law?
Yeah, they're too busy investigating me. The Department of Justice started 100 days after Obama took office. They're still on the streets investigating me, and court decisions, I can go on, and all I'm trying to do is my job. But, you know, 2 weeks ago, I had a press conference regarding this situation. I have the real facts because I analyzed the 1,300 inmates in our jails presently, and out of 1,300, over 31% have come back multiple times. Over and over they come back on serious crimes. So evidently the Homeland Security and ICE letting them out the back door, or they're deporting them and they keep coming back. So there's a problem. And by the way, JD, just by coincidence, I'm writing a letter today to the Homeland Security Secretary and doing a press release. I'm going to send them all the records that we have. I want to know what happened to those 419 people, why they keep coming back.
So you are drilling down on this, making news today. You're going to contact the new Secretary of Homeland Security, Jay Johnson, and ask for an accounting. But Joe, to be fair, it's not only the administration. For example, just last week, Arizona's senior Senator John McCain quoted as saying that he would fight for amnesty as long as he is kicking and breathing. That headline appearing at Breitbart.com. Now, Joe, I know you passed up a chance to run for governor recently, but does hearing this from Senator...
Wait a minute, Jay.
Okay, well, we'll get this straight.
I didn't pass it up. That's an error.
Okay.
I'm still looking at running for governor.
Well, here's my question. After hearing Senator McCain come out for amnesty again so vocally last week, is it conceivable you might shift your sights from governor to perhaps a run for the United States Senate?
Nah, I'm not going to do that. I've been in Washington 3 times. I was the regional director in Mexico, South America, all over the place. I don't want to go back to Washington. I'll tell you one thing, if I don't run for governor, I'm running for sheriff in 2016. I'm against amnesty, and I come right out and say it. We should enforce the laws or change the laws. Too bad you're not back in Congress again, but we have to get Congress to do something to alleviate the problem.
Well, Sheriff Joe, this is John Bachman here. I wanted to ask you because recently the president has been called the, quote, deporter-in-chief by the executive director of the Council on La Raza, and also the Obama administration likes to hold out the fact that they claim to have deported more people than any president in U.S. history.
Okay.
You know, please do. Please explain that for us and how that squares with this recent report.
Well, let me tell you, the smoke and mirrors, because the president, when a guy hops over the fence or crosses the border, they dump him back over, and he's taking credit as a deportation when Bush and others never did calculate their deportation stats. So he's just taking credit, which is interesting. I don't know what his motive is. But the point is, he's come up with all these executive orders circumventing Congress and everything else. So something has to change, and we're in an election year again, and this issue still comes up. But I'm going to keep doing my job. No, I'm the only one going into businesses and locking up people that are here illegally with fake identification, and there's been some court decisions against me, but we'll see what happens in the future.
Well, what's more important, Sheriff Joe, is the people of Maricopa County keep re-electing you, and if you don't run for governor, I'm sure they'll be happy to have you back.
Sheriff Joe, we do appreciate your time very much, sir. We look forward to our next discussion. Thanks for checking in with us this morning from Phoenix on America's Forum.
Thank you, J.D.
Well, the FBI, it gets back to border security. What are we going to do to control what's happening in our borders? And border security, John, is national security. Sheriff Joe understands that. It's a shame more people serving in Washington apparently don't.
Well, we'd like to hear from you. What do you think about all this? And what do you think about Sheriff Joe? Is he on the right track here? You can reach out to us on social media. Find us on Twitter at NewsmaxTV, #America's Forum. The old email address, connect@newsmaxtv.com, or find us on Facebook, facebook.com/NewsmaxTV.